We are turning into Lindenwood Cemetery on April 27th, 2019, and I'm going to show you how to find the graves of my certain family members. I've got some great-grandparents buried in here, and so first we are going to come through that is, I believe, the only entrance. I think there is a second entrance somewhere, but that is clear on the other side, and typically I don't know my way around back there, but if we see it I'll show you, but I don't think we're going to see it in this video. So anyway, you come into the main entrance off of Main Street, and to your left is the main office of Lindenwood. You can go straight. I apologize that it's raining, but I couldn't have picked a better day to do this. So anyway, what you're going to do is turn right. And you could also turn that way toward the mausoleums, but we're not doing that. So we're going to turn right. And there's really no way of explaining this without showing you. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, you're coming to a fork in the road. You're going to ignore that, and you're kind of just going to stay to your right. And you're going to have this pond, kind of like cave thing to your right. And I don't know if those are houses or part of the cemetery or what. But anyway, you're staying to your right. And we're staying to our right and staying to our right. And then when we get to this, it says Center Road or McCormack. I'm sorry, it doesn't say road. Center Drive and Memorial Drive. So you can go any of those ways, but we're still going to just keep staying to our right. So basically you turn at that house, you turn right. And we're just going to keep kind of staying to our right. There's ways you can turn, but now we're kind of staying to our left. You gotta come up on this mausoleum kind of a thing, and we're gonna keep going and keep going and keep going. This to me is the easiest way to find it. There's other ways, but to me those ways are just too complicated. And we're gonna stay to our right, and we are coming up on section N, which says Memorial Drive. Now, the way other people have explained it is to turn when they see that dice-shaped, right there, that dice-shaped tombstone. Let me zoom out now. So anyway, we're going to take a right. We're going to pass this dice-shaped tombstone to our left. And we are just going to follow this bend all the way around now. So now we're kind of coming behind this mausoleum that we looked at earlier. And we're just going to keep going. And the first one that we're going to see is Fred Hambrock's grave. And now we're here. We can turn that way or we could turn this way. There's somebody in that little mausoleum thing. Whoop. So we are just going to kind of follow this all the way around. I'm not sure what that person was doing, but it looked like a young 19-year-old girl just sitting in there. But anyway, we're going to follow this around, and you can kind of see like a factory behind those trees and stuff. Let me just keep these windshield wipers on. But anyway, so we're going to keep going, and eventually the wall is going to kind of turn into a stone wall, and we're just going to keep going and keep going. We're at a fork in the road. We're going to take our right, and see how I said a stone wall is going to start. So when this stone wall ends, that's when we get out for our first grave. So it starts now, and we're just going to kind of go alongside this stone wall, and it's not very long. And you see this tree at the end of the stone wall, this big tree right here, this one. Okay, so we're going to park the car, and this is where Fred Hambrock's grave is. Fred Hambrock is my grandma Dollie, my maternal grandma Dollie. It's her father. So we're at this tree. We're going to get out. And his grave is right behind this tree. So you have to kind of walk up this little hill of the stone wall. It's muddy. And he is not the first one next to the big tree, but the second one. So that's Fred Hambrock's grave. It says Frederic G. Hambrock, Indiana, Sergeant Army, heir to, I can't read that, heir to CES, World War II. September 18th, 1905 was his birth date, and August 22nd, 1972 is his death date. So that's how you get to his grave. Now we gotta go down this muddy hill. And we're going to keep going. You'll have to forgive me. I'm not going to put my seatbelt back on because we don't have that long of a drive. So, okay. Now remember, get out at the tree where the stone wall ends. And to find Frederic Hambrock's. Now to find Frederic Hambrock's wife, Gertrude Murphy Hambrock, and Gertrude's parents, who are Dollie Mae Murphy and Frank Murphy, we are going to keep following this road. And we're kind of going to stay to our left because we kind of circle around. So we don't go any of those ways. We go this way. And eventually we're going to see a little sign right there that says Section 1. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it says Section 1. And there's a bush. And then there is a tombstone that's got it kind of looks like a book. It says Zwadzinski. But they are right next to, well, not right next to, but they are close to the other graves we are going to. So there's the Zwadzinski. This is Frank Sr. Murphy and Dollie Murphy. And they are next to a lot of big trees. And right next to them is Gertrude Irene Hambrock, 1914 to 1989. And that's how you get to their graves. Now, in order to get to some of the graves on my Grandpa Merritt's side of the family, it would be his maternal side of the family, the Harts and the Stolers. So we are going to, that one is a little harder to explain. I may or may not mess up when we look for it. So let me see what we can do. But anyway, we're kind of back where we started originally. So we're heading back. We're going to pass Memorial Drive on our left. It says Memorial Drive. I don't know if you can see that sign or not. It says Section N. So we're coming back up on like the mausoleums by the front. There's a pond by the front and all that good stuff. I actually don't know if I can find the hearts. Maybe I should try to find them and then take a video. But in any case, we are next to the mausoleum now, and we are going to go back to the main entrance. Because when I find the hearts, I can then from there show you where Rob Heyer is buried. And Rob Heyer is my grandma Dollie, my maternal grandma Dollie's brother, who died in 2003 in June. I think it was June 3rd. I remember his funeral quite well because I was 11. I was old enough to understand, what was happening when he died. And so basically I remember his funeral, but the rest of these people that we're looking at, Frederic Hambrock and Gertrude and Dollie and Frank, I was not alive yet when they died. So I never met them. Okay, now we're heading back toward the main entrance. You see, that's the main office. This is the entrance to go out. But instead of going out, we're going to turn around, and I'm going to pause this video and find the hearts, and then I will go back to the beginning yet again and show you how to get to the hearts. Actually, I'm going to show you how to... I'm just going to stop talking and see if I could find the hearts without really saying anything. So, actually, I am going to talk. I'm sorry. I'm a little indecisive right now. But anyway, okay, so we are driving. And we are going to kind of follow the bend around again. And the hearts, let's see if I can figure out where they are. Because I know they're kind of up on a hill. We eventually turn left to find the hearts. But I don't remember how, because it's been a while since I've done this. But anyway, we're going the same route that we went as we were coming in. And instead of going toward that way, toward Memorial Drive, where there's the dice-shaped tombstone, we're going to... well, actually, we are going to turn this way. But instead of turning right toward the dice-shaped tombstone, we're going to take a left. And then we come to this fork in the road. Okay, I know where I am now. And we're just going to keep following the fork. We're not going to go up there. We're going to go this way. Actually, we are going to go up there. Okay, take that back. Back it up. Pretend I didn't say that. We are going up there. We're going to go up here. See, it gets kind of weird. The hearts, let me think where they would be. Okay, so we're gonna take another left. Yep, this is, see, I told you it's weird how to get there. Now we're kind of on this hill up here. And the hearts, let me stop the car to get out. Yep, I see where they are. So we are in section, oh, I can't read that. Let me see. Let me see if I can get out and read it. Well, from here it looks like section R, but I will tell you when we get up there so I can read it better. But anyway, we stop at the smaller of the trees and get out and walk. It's very muddy. So, the hearts are up here. So, the hearts are my maternal grandfather, Merritt. It is his mother's family. Because his mother was named Alice Stoller, and her mother's maiden name was Hart. So we've got May Hart, the Hart tombstone, Dawn Hart. Is that it? No, it's not. Okay. We've got Guy Hart, which is the son of Zoe and A.J. Stoller. And Zoe and A.J. Stoller had Alice Stoller, and Alice Stoller had Merritt Coomer, who was my grandfather. Mother Alice, Father William. Okay, so that's it with the hearts. Now we're going to walk back. So you see, this graveyard is so huge, it's really difficult to explain that it's hard to explain without showing, because there's just too many twists and turns and roads and all that kind of a thing. So, we're back in the car, and I am very rainy. Okay, so there's the hearts down there. This says section M as in mortuary, M as in Monday. So, okay, that road we are coming down off of, the Scheele, Sheele tombstone that says Florence and Herman Scheele, is right, like, I mean, it's the road in front of that grave is where you will find the hearts. Okay, so we're gonna turn right. Now this one is gonna take a few to get to. This one's rather long. This is all written on paper, but it just kind of makes more sense to show you in a video. This is a really pretty cemetery, I guess. According to my grandpa Merritt, this cemetery was... Okay, so we're at section 24 and section 6. You're going to turn left as if heading towards section 24. We're turning left on Parkway Drive. So anyway, my grandpa Merritt, he said that, I believe in the 1700s, a French designer came over to look at this tombstone, or to not look at the tombstone, to design the graveyard. So this is probably the oldest one in Fort Wayne is my guess. We're going to cross a little bridge. And we're going to kind of just follow this main drag. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to turn right. And so out there, you can kind of see like a factory kind of thing. There's another little bridge. We're going to pass a lot of bridges out here. There's a big tree. There's another little bridge behind it. And we're just going to keep going until we kind of can't go anymore. And we're kind of forced to turn left up here. So this is the main street up here, if you can see. I don't really know the name of the street because I'm kind of like directionally challenged. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just really bad with directions. But anyway, so we kind of have to follow this around. And there are houses out there. And the way that I kind of know where I'm going is you see this blue house to your right. And then the road forces you to kind of go around some more. And we stop right as we're turning. And Rob Heyer's grave is out here. I just don't know where. But I know that it's kind of up on the hill a little ways. So we will see if we could find it. But one of the ways that I know where I am is if you look at this tombstone, if I can zoom in, it says Shane J. Stevens. That tombstone kind of just sticks out to me because he was born a month after I was in 1992, and he's already dead, which is scary. But anyway, we are going to walk up this is like a big hill, and remember, you're right at the blue house. So I don't know where Rob Heyer's grave is, but we are going to find it so that you can see it. Well, okay, we're going to try to find it, I should say. And he shares this tombstone with his wife, who is still living. Here it is. Heyer. Sandra Joy and Robert Lloyd Heyer. So Rob lived from January 11th, 1938 to June 3rd, 2001. Sonny was born August 9th, 1940. And there's flowers. So we are, let's see, several rows from our car we walked up. So if you look at the blue house, we are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are roughly the 9th row, or an easier way to remember it is there's the blue house, there's the big tree. We are 2 rows in front of the big tree, and we're about 6 tombstones down from that big tree. And that is how you get to all of the graves that I know of in my family in Lindenwood Cemetery. So let's walk back, and I'm going to be quiet now, and you can see how I drive out of here, and then that's the end of the video. So thank you. I'll have to remake this video maybe on a nicer day, but despite the rain, I hope you can still see where I'm going. Whew. I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, and we're gonna get out of here. So that's it. Memorial Drive, section N, as in no. Still says Memorial Drive. Here's the mausoleums. And we are just exiting the cemetery. This tombstone sticks out to me because it says Steffi, and that's my nickname. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway. And that's it. There's the main office, and here is the main entrance of the cemetery, and we are exiting. Thank you so much.